Hi, welcome. I'm Dr. Marianne Cintron, and this is my friend Dolores Rivas. So I am an educational doctor. I've worked with kids with autism, dyslexia, ADHD, and Dolores owns a hair salon. And we have both experienced amazing results with this X39 patch by Lifewave. It's called light therapy, and we want you to know about it because we have experienced a lot of healing in our bodies. And I'm going to start by saying that I was sharing my testimony when I was in Dolores' salon with my hairstylist, and I was sharing it with one of Dolores' customers, and she left her customer to come listen to me. And we were just blessed, and we call those God opportunities or divine appointments, where she overheard what I was sharing and I was able to share with her. And she has a lot of clients who have aches and pains. So do you want to start with what you heard, and you could ask me some questions?
Sure. As you were saying, I came in and you were there, and I heard you sharing about the patch with one of my clients, but at the same time I came in with a really bad headache, and I was very interested to find out more. I mean, you sounded so excited, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so excited. What is this? I want to know. So I stopped what I was doing and I went over to you, and that's when you were sharing a little bit, but since I was busy, I needed to have a one-on-one with you later. And anyway, so that's how I came along, and I started using the patches for headaches because I would wake up in the morning with headaches, and so I thought, I really need help in that area, because every morning I would wake up with really bad headaches. And so when I started using the patch, my headache went away instantly. I mean, it worked so fast. But then I realized before I couldn't, I've been doing hair for 35 years, and I couldn't move my neck. My neck was always stiff, and I had a lot of pain in my shoulders, and I have tendonitis on my right arm, and all of that. But when I, put on the patch, I realized that, oh my gosh, I can move my neck, and I'm able to do this, and the inflammation on my neck was gone. And so that's how the patch started working. I wanted it for one thing, but then it started doing other things, and next thing I know, I had pain in my spine. The pain disappeared, and just from the pain, I was dealing with also neuropathy. I mean, I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
No.
So I noticed too the neuropathy was gone. And I was so excited. I started telling my clients, and I started telling people about it, my family and everyone. And it's been a blessing, and it's been very exciting to see what X39 is doing to, a lot of my family members and my friends and clients at the same time.
It's so nice when people are receptive. I got introduced to the X39 patch from some friends who live in San Diego, and the woman's been fighting MS, and her son fighting cerebral palsy, and the husband had issues, but he never really told us until they were disappearing what they were. And I already had so many things on my plate with God has healed me of cancer a couple years ago, and I want to keep that cancer marker low, and it started creeping up. And so my first thought was, I'm going to try this X39 patch, and even though Lifewave doesn't claim to heal sicknesses or diseases, people's testimonies are what we want to hear. So I told my friend Bev that I want to try this and see if it gets that cancer marker lower. And actually, after 2 months, the marker reversed. Instead of going higher, it started going lower. And now I'm in a healthy, stable stage, and I feel I'm a cancer survivor, and God's healing me for a better purpose to get this patch out to you guys. What I was sharing with Dolores was I have a little granddaughter who's not even 2 years old yet, and she takes a lot of energy. And when I started, and so I would reserve my morning of energy. I wouldn't go to the gym, I wouldn't clean my house, so all my energy was for her. And then after my husband would get home from work, I would say, she's yours, because I would just be tired. But when I started using this X39 patch, the very next day I had this energy that was amazing. So it raises your serotonin. So I went to the gym, I had a lot of energy for the gym, I came home, cleaned parts of my house that needed some cleaning, and when I had my granddaughter, I was so full of energy to play with her. And then when my husband came home from work, usually he takes her outside and they walk along the sidewalk. Well, I joined him. I wasn't pooped out. So I noticed immediately the energy and the stamina that I had in my life. And then I shared my husband's testimony that he took a little bit longer to see the impact. Some people take 30 days. Some people take a week or 2 weeks. But my husband is in a managerial position, and so he's always fielding emails and providing numbers for people, and the month end is very tiring for him. Well, he was saying, oh my gosh, Marianne, I answered the emails very calmly. I got them all answered. I got the numbers provided to everybody. And he said, I felt so calm. So the month-end challenge for him was his testimony of the mental clarity it gives you. And for a lot of us who are multitaskers, you know, when we go into a room, what was I there for? You forget what you were in the room for, or you have to put post-it notes everywhere. Those days are gone. I don't go into a room and forget. I know exactly why I'm in my garage. I know exactly why I'm in this room, and I don't have post-it notes over my house. The mental clarity it gives you is amazing, which is why I really think students, high school students, middle school students, even elementary parents need to have some courage and try these patches on your kiddos.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I just gave my son a sleeve because he is going...
Just a sleeve.
Yes. He's working on his master's, and this is his last semester at Laverne University. And he came to me and I said, how are you doing, honey? He goes, Mom, I just, you know, I'm just overworked, my mind, I'm very stressed. So I said, would you try this for me? So he went ahead and started trying them, and exactly what you're saying, mental clarity, and it's keeping him calm. And I called him the first week that he was using them. I said, how do you feel? Do you feel anything? First he said, well, you know, he's 27. He's like, well, no, I don't feel anything, you know. And then he retracted and he says, you know what? No, I feel calm and I'm not as stressed. I said, well, remember that, you know, we say a lot of the times the patches, they work when the stem cells get activated. They go in to work to the areas that the body needs it the most. And, you know, my son has been dealing with, you know, some health issues and stuff like that. So I told him, you keep using them, and, you know, just keep using them. But I see him calm, and I see him, you know, he concentrates more. So I'm excited about when he finishes the whole 30 days, what's gonna, you know, what his testimonial will be. But another note, one of my ladies, she's in her 80s, and I put her on the X39. And she says, Dolores, I clean house all day the minute I put the patch, and I couldn't stop. I thought my blood pressure was high. She says, I have never had this much energy. She goes, I was going, and I finally had to take off the patch because it was just too much energy. I thought, you know, I thought my blood pressure was extremely high. I went and I took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was normal. So, you know, it's an amazing little patch. And the benefits, like you said, the variety of benefits that, you know, it helps so much for different things in the body.
So I want to talk to you about the science of the patch. So it was created by, invented by Dr. David Schmidt, who has 180 patents in all. and I think there's 80 patents on the X39, but it's non-transdermal, which means you're putting it on your body, but nothing's going in. This is activating your body's own copper peptides, which activate your body's stem cells. So your own stem cells, which God gave us for creating our organs and body parts and for healing, well, they go dormant. When we are 60 years old, most like 90% of our stem cells are dormant. When we're 30, half of those stem cells are dormant. So by putting this non-transdermal patch on the back of your neck, your body is going to start moving in the direction of healing wherever your body needs it. And you wear it for 12 hours and then you throw it out. And then you leave one off for 12 hours, and then the next 12 hours, so I go from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, or you can go 7 or 8 in the morning to 7, 8 at night, and then you just throw it out. So they have a 15-hour life, but we just wear it for 12 hours. It's a lot to keep track of.
I don't know if you've heard, but you know, right now you're saying to throw them out, but actually I read on some of the testimonials that people are just putting them inside their plants. Like they take them off, and this lady brought back a plant to life just by putting the old, you know, patches in there, because they still have a little bit of life left.
Yes.
So, I mean, she showed a plant, the before and the after the patches, and the plant was just thriving. So what I do, I usually stick it on my dog's head.
Good.
Because you know, as we all know, the patches are also for pets.
Yes.
And I just recommended the patch to a lady that her doggy, she spent $4,000 on vet bills, and I said, try the patch and, you know, call me back. She's like, really? Pets? I said, yeah, just try it. And I gave her all the information on, you know, how people are using it for the pets. And so far, I haven't gotten any, you know, feedback from her because it was just recently done. But they do work. I have a hyper dog, and I've been putting that patch on top of her head, and my dog is calm.
And they have videos of that.
Yes.
And if I had animals, I would definitely do that also. I was going to share that people don't know what's happening when you put a patch on. Well, when you go out in the sun, God created our bodies to create vitamin D, right? So that's with the sunlight. But our bodies have light and energy in it. So this is interacting with our own energy and light in our bodies, and it just activates. You don't feel it. Most people don't feel it. Right. If you have an allergic sensitivity to it, you could wear it for half the time and split it up or put it on your clothes. But it looks like a little Band-Aid, and it's made with hypoallergenic material, so there shouldn't be allergies, but some people will have sensitivity.
Yeah, what I tell my clients is, you know, because they want to know all about it, they're like, but how is it? What kind of drug is in it? Does it have CBD or anything? I said, no. It's so simple, you know. For me, the way I see it, it's simple, but I'm sure it wasn't for David Smith when he was, you know, putting it all together. I said, it's just you put in the patch and your own infrared light, you know, it turns on the patch like a flashlight, I said, and light goes straight into your body, and this starts activating the copper peptides in our bodies that, you know, you can only get copper peptide through injection. And a lot of people who have diabetes, I believe, are the ones that are, you know, it comes in the insulin.
They get a peptide.
They get a peptide, and it comes through the insulin. So I said, once those peptides are activated, the stem cells, they go in and they start waking up the stem cell, and the stem cells start reproducing and they start doing their job.
Yes.
And so they're like, oh, that sounds so simple. I'm like, well, it sounds simple, but it's really not, you know, for the person who invented this.
Yes. The X39 is the flagship patch. It's been taken off these past 3 years, and the business went from a $20 million a year company to a $400 million a year company in 3 years. So the company's been around 20 years, and there are other patches they offer, and we could talk about that with you privately as well. But we want to start promoting the X39 80% of the sales are from this wonderful patch.
Yes, and I believe it's already in 108 countries, including Mexico. So Mexico, it just started in Mexico. So I know that it's gonna be taking off, you know, as soon as more people hear about it. So if you need more information in Spanish, I'll be more than willing to teach you and show you and tell you everything about it.
So the way you can reach me, I'm just going to give you my mobile number. You can text me at 626-664-9392. And I have a website. It's called no-pills.com.
My number is 909-374-1732, and you can go on lifewave.com, stem cell Dolores, and you know, you can look it up.
Reach out to us. We want you healed. Thank you for listening.